Entrepreneurship in Nigeria concept. Before you start a business in Nigeria, you must be sure that you have the financial on hand or ready for you to implement this business. And having gotten this finance, you must have a sound policy and sound structure in place that will stand the test of time. Stand the test of time, because in Nigerian context, the Nigerian government does not encourage business in the sense that the way business is being run in Nigeria is not the way it is in other parts of the world. But for you to stand the test of time, you must be a person that have the zeal, the strength, the energy to continue. And you must be a person that have strong persuasion. You must have that strong persuasion mind, even to persuade your wife, your partners, your friends who wants to get involved, even those who will want to invest into the business. It's very important for you to have that persuasion in you that will encourage them, because you need to tell them, how do you think that this business will work? What makes you think that this business is better off other people that have closed up? So you must be able to give them analysis. Analysis in the sense that you must be able to explain the reason why you think they should buy into your product, or the reason why they should buy into your business, because it's very paramount in business for you to have that strong zeal and the willingness to continue in business world, because business today has various elements that goes with it. If you do not have this, sometimes it's difficult for you to stand the test of time. So this is why we always say that before you become or go into entrepreneurship, because when you go into this business, you are not going back. You must go into it and continue to go forward. And you must have policy, system, structure in place, and the business continuity plan that will take you for a long time. Because when you want to go into this kind of business, you must have a short-term plan and long-term plan. Short-term plan in the sense that you should have at least nothing less than 6 months. Then long-term plan, we're looking around 5 years. So what do you want to achieve? What are your objectives? How do you want to implement this business? Where is your locality? Because location is very important for business. Is it closer to your supply and demand, or is it far from your customers? How do you run it? What is your financial background? Finance is very important in this business, because if you have to go to some of the banks in Nigeria, sometimes the rate they give you and the time period giving you to pay back is completely ridiculous in business terms. Because, say for example, in the country which, my adopted country, which is United Kingdom, when you take a loan of 20,000, they give you a rate whereby you pay back, maybe you pay back could be around 35,000 or 32,000 plus. Then they give you a period of 5 years to pay back, because they do not want to inconvenience you nor inconvenience your business, because they want your business to thrive. Because the more your business thrives, the more money the bank can reloan you, then the more you continue in the business. But in Nigerian context, as we all know, a friend of mine took some loan. It was not favorable, because how can you take a loan of 30 million and they ask you to come and pay back in a year's time or in 2 years' time? It's not possible. So in ideal world, anyhow, that is one thing you must have in place. You must have your finance. If you do not have finance, find out where you can get a reasonable money, reasonable loan which you think can meet up your overhead costs and some other costs when running this business. Like I said earlier on, persuasion is very important. You must have that zeal in you to persuade those around you, those that want to get involved in your business, those that want to invest in your business, because you should be able to explain to them, give them a critical analysis, because it's now then that will now make up their mind whether or not they want to invest in your business. Because running an entrepreneurship is not an easy task. It's a task you must devote all your time, all your effort. Everything must be invested in it. Your time, energy, time management, everything has to be invested in it. 2, you must have that instinct of reading people. What do I mean by instinct of reading people? You should be able to read your customer's mind. You should be able to read your employer's mind. You should be able to read your business associate mind, or those wanting to work with you, and as well your customer's mind. How do you do this? Because as a good businessman, you must be able to tell whether or not this person is willing to do business with you. Your employee, you must be able to tell, oh, is this employee the right person to do this job? What are his qualities? What are his strengths? What are his weaknesses? All these things you need to know, because as a business person, you do not want to employ people that are laid back, people that are not focused, people that are not willing to move your business forward. You need people who will move your business with you forward, because from Nigerian perspective, I will use the word Nigerians are very lazy when it comes to working ethics. Working ethics in the sense that they tend to lay back compared to how we work in the other part of the world, Western world in particular. You know, I have worked in Nigeria with some group of people who came and do some work with me in my factory, which is REGAL-RHODES, Nigerian Limited. I could see the way people work there. It's like, oh, they actually do not buy into the business. And when you have employers who do not buy into the business, who just come for the sake of earning their salary at the end of the month, it's not always good for the business. So all these things you must be able to read before you employ people. Employ people that are motivated. Employ people that have innovation. Employ people who has the zeal to move your business forward. Even when you are not there, they represent your interests, not those that will represent the downfall of your business. These are what we say in an entrepreneur. You must be able to read people's mind. It's very, very important in your business. If you can read people's mind and profile the people that want to work with you, and you get it right, there's no how your business will not flourish. Your business will flourish very well in that country, Nigeria. So this is number 2. 3, sharing the wealth. In entrepreneurship, what do we mean by sharing the wealth? Assuming you are running a pure water business or bottled water business in Nigeria, sharing the wealth means that those that will help you to produce the design or the food, the cellophane you use in producing the water, those that will help you to service the machine, those that will help you to program your system, those that is going to take the product away from you. That is what we call sharing the wealth, because these people buy into your business. And when you are doing a good business and when you give them quality, indirectly you are sharing the wealth, because you supply to a lady that sell along the street, and this lady buy in large quantity from you, and she is reselling your product. So reselling your product for you, and as well making profit out of your product, because you will not sell at a customer individual price, you will sell at wholesale price. So as a result of that, this woman will also make money out of what she's selling for you, because she's more or less your representative. She's helping you to market your product. So in this one, we call it sharing the wealth, because the money circulates around. You can hold a note, a £5 note now. By the time you know it, you are sharing that note, because it came from your employer down to the market woman, then from the market woman back again. So it's in a circle. This is what we call sharing the wealth in entrepreneurship, because those that will come and service your computer, because you give the job to locals, because you are indirectly creating job by transferring certain duties to other people. Those who will do the cellophane, those who will supply you the machine, those who will take the product away, those who will come and repair the office computer, those who will come and repair the electricity. All those are people who shares the wealth with you in your business. And normally there must be a policy in place for them to follow, because when you want to go into entrepreneurship, standard is very important. How do you enforce standardization? Standardization in the sense that your product, you want everything to be first class. You do not want to do what other people are doing, because in Nigerian context, people just want to do something simply because the other person is doing the same. You must do the wrong. No. Try as much as you can to do the best. And when you do the best in your business, whatsoever business you embarked on, either pure water business or other computer system or whatsoever you go into, always make sure you are the best. And when you do a first class job for your client, they are willing to come back to you because you have done a marvelous job for them. But if you do a poor job, which is very common in Nigeria, people just do the job shabbily and go away or say, oh, I've finished with this guy. You're going to the next place. But the bad job you did for Mr. A, Mr. A will not call you back again simply because you've done a wrong job. So how long do you continue like that if you want to run a successful business? In business, like in United Kingdom, which I have lived for over 2 decades now, in United Kingdom, there is standard set in place by the authority whereby any person that produces any product in this country must abide by it. You must not cut corners. So whereby you do not cut corners and you do the best, you give the best, you will continue to have a customer. You will continue to have the cake. Or when I say having the cake, means that even if you have 5% of the client in Nigeria or 5% of the population of Nigeria as your customer, that is a good business to start with. You do not need to have 80% nor 85%. Even if you have 5% and that your 5% is regular, but you must always do what you can to increase your customer base. And how do you increase your customer base? By implementing system, like I said, quality management. What is quality management? Doing things the way that is expected of you. Because most cases in Nigeria, when people buy product, you see that the product you bought is not up to the standard you expected of it. So as a result of that, you are not following the quality management policy which you have in place. So when you have this quality in place, that enables your business to strive. That also creates wealth among those customers or the wholesalers that are buying product from you. This is what we call about sharing the wealth.